this is a little side note, but I mean, I was just
Yeah.
thinking about it when you're talking about volunteering alongside your kids. So this becomes just a part of what they do.
Mhm.
Um, there's a organization out there called the Search Institute. They've got decades worth of data they've collected on 40 developmental assets for youth that
Mhm.
build resilience, reduce at-risk behaviors or high-risk behaviors. And so it's divided into two categories: external assets, internal assets.
Mhm.
The internal assets, you and I as parents have no influence over.
Yeah.
Those are just in them, and they develop it on their own, based on what they see and decide and so on. But the external assets are the things we can provide them in their environment. So things like open communication between parent and child or adult and child, very big. So the kids who have that kind of connection with adults, that they felt safe, they were safe, they could talk about the world and question things, huge. Which comes from being able to have things like Bible study.
Mhm.
It's kind of a byproduct. But there are there's like four others. They're all connected to like church in some way,
Yeah.
community, service, seeing a positive environment of other people who are like-minded. It was very interesting. Like you could look through that list of 20 external assets, and at least five of them were linked to church in some way. And you're like,
Oh
oh,
yeah.
wow, just by going every week and being plugged in at home every day,
Yeah.
in everything we do, you're adding at least five developmental assets. And this leads to things like decreased drug and alcohol use,
Mhm.
abuse specifically, decreased like promiscuity. So that reduces the risk of STDs, teen pregnancy,
Sure.
sexual assault, because you're doing less of the at-risk behaviors. And now sexual assault still is in the purview of the perpetrator. Like it's them that they're the ones at fault. But
Right.
as far as perpetrators of sexual assault, there's a tie in there as well. Like you're less likely to commit crimes if you have
Sure.
more developmental assets. And then on the positive side, you're more likely to be in a leadership role and succeed in your career and your finances and your family life.
Yeah.
The more assets you have while you're growing up.
All,
So,
all, all very biblically based, by the way, Jerry.
right. Yeah. So it's just neat that there's like data out there on the social scene, in the family scene through the Search Institute, independently done, that just happens to connect a lot of those dots.